And yes, mentally and physically through neurodivergence and hypermobility, every day is a battle for me. And I need to be more vocal about this. I need to speak out and kind of pave the way for my children to have a more open and honest way of life, that they don't silence their pain and they don't deny themselves their silent battles, that they actually say, I do need help, this really hurts, and some days I can't cope. And I feel like that in itself is something courageous to be able to achieve, to be able to speak up and say, you know, I am actually a disabled person. I may not look like a disabled person, but I am. And let's talk about what societal norms and stereotypes and taboos are that makes us either look disabled or not look disabled, because there is more to it than just the black and white of, are you in a wheelchair or are you standing up? And I think that's kind of where we need to raise that awareness. Yassi says, hello, hi there. And Lopa says, so pretty. Oh, thank you very much. Aisha says, I really love you, dear friend. Oh, sending love and light to you all, guys. If you're having a coffee, cheers. Will I drink it before it goes cold? That is the question. Bart says, hello, hi Bart. It feels like it's room temperature now, so I'm going to have to drink a lot more quickly. Ben says, I appreciate you, Tracy. People don't understand me. Oh, and I appreciate you too, Ben. I know exactly what it's like to not be understood. I was called attention-seeking, a narcissist, selfish, self-obsessed, all these horrible things throughout my teenage years into my early 20s, because I was autistic and I overheat terribly right now. I don't know if you can tell, it feels like I'm on fire. I am drinking a coffee, which probably doesn't help, but I cannot thermoregulate properly. I don't know if you can see the sweat on me. And I'm wearing minimal clothing, but melting. I want to pull my skin off. I want to jump in a cold shower. Whereas other people will say, oh, you just want to show off your body because you're so obsessed with your body, and oh, everybody look at me. And I'm like, no, if I'd have people look at me, I'd rather look like I'm put together as opposed to look at me sweating. Why on earth would anybody want to be stared at sweating? And again, mentally, emotionally, the things that were really meaningful to me, helping children and animals and world hunger, nobody else cared about at all. They had never lost a night's sleep over it. They never thought of strangers. They couldn't even be kind to themselves, let alone others. And there's me crying for people I've never met because I feel so sad that they were treated unfairly, that they deserve more, that we are all equals. And it didn't even cross the minds of the people around me. You know, they only cared about they're hungry or they're tired and they want to buy some shoes. And I'm like, shoes are meaningless when it comes to human life, when it comes to equal rights and animals being slaughtered, like all of these things. It just breaks my heart that other people just very happily skirt over and never concern themselves with. But I also think if people do not understand you, it's not your place to try and fit in with those people. It's to say, well, we are just different. We live differently. We think and feel differently. So rather than me try to force myself where I do not belong, let me go and be around like-minded individuals. Let me find my community, my space, and where I can just be myself without being this kind of extreme opposite to everyone around me. And I think the internet is really good for that. It allows us to connect to like-minded individuals, certain groups and interests and hobbies that we may not have come across face-to-face in everyday life and our local neighbourhoods, because some things are very niche and very specific or specialist, and you kind of have to go a little bit further afield to find that. It doesn't mean that you are right or wrong. It just means that that's what you like and it's who you are and it's where you fit in so effortlessly and easily. And then it is not a struggle. It's a beautiful, wonderful, uplifting experience when you find where you belong. Sipping coffee. Actually tastes quite sweet today, which is unfortunate because I always have oat milk because I don't like things tasting too sweet, but this is definitely tasting sweet. Okay, scrolling your comments. Lucy said, until I had to navigate the world of disability for my child and myself, I had no idea how overwhelming, challenging and complex the whole system is. Absolutely. And it's such a true thing that when we become parents and we want the best for our children, that's when we actually discover just how much we were let down and forgotten about ourselves as children. And definitely going through all of these hospital appointments and paediatricians for my son and going through testing and genetics and everything, it really did open my eyes to neurodivergence, to having my own assessments for high functioning autism, combined type ADHD and hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, of which there are 13 different kinds of EDS. I'm also undergoing referral for POTS and mast cell activation syndrome, because I have lots of autoimmune conditions. I get very dizzy, I lose my hearing, I lose my eyesight, I get a lot of head pain, just so many things going on that, yes, it won't fix me, it won't suddenly give me a normal body, but it kind of explains why this is happening, when it's likely to happen, what to do about it, and just having a bit more information goes a very long way. And I will still constantly push to have the highest quality of life possible, to maximize my recovery, my strength, my immune system, my stamina. So important to me to live life to the full, regardless of being a disabled individual or not. Bart says, I love your black dress. Oh, thank you. I'm actually wearing a black dress tomorrow for the film premiere. If I don't sweat to pieces in it, we shall see. It's a mini dress, I'm thinking, with a kind of ruffly top and then some low heels, because there is no way I'll walk in high heels. I will roll an ankle and hit the dirt. In a photo shoot, I can wear heels for like 10 seconds, then take them off. I'm normally barefoot for everything because I have bunions. Woohoo! And add it to the list of issues. So yes, I will wear like some very low heels that are like 1 centimetre heels tomorrow. Probably put them in a bag and just go in trainers and gym wear and get changed down the road. Go on the red carpet, have some photos taken, put my gym wear back on, go home. Bliss. Jabir says hello, hi there. Dart says hi there. And Shafiq from Bangladesh says you look beautiful. Oh, thank you very much. Sebastian says, I love you. Thank you. And Joni says, hello, my love. Hi there. Rowan says, how are you today, sister? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Lucy says, yes, I have my warrior goddess Athena tattoo on my forearm. Same position as your Angelina. Warrior women. Wow. Oh, I love that. Are you able to send a picture of it? I would love to see. How many hours did it take? And will you get any more tattoos, Lucy? That's so lovely. Mohammed has sent roses. Thank you. Christy says hello. Hi there. And Jasminto says hi. And David says hello, Tracy. Hi, David. Welcome. Ben says you look superb and amazing. Thank you very much, Ben. How are you and what drawings are you doing today, Ben? Ranjeev says, hi, Tracy, looking pretty. Thank you. And scrolling, guys. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you've said, I love you. Thank you. But says, Tracy, you look glowing. The word is sweaty. I cannot thermoregulate temperature, so I'm either freezing cold or boiling hot, and it fluctuates very quickly. So sometimes if I'm in public, going about my life, if I overheat, I have to pull clothes off. So I will run to my car or to a toilet and pull all my clothes off and just stand there trying to cool down, because much like a dog cannot sweat, it has to pant out of its mouth to cool down. My body cannot cool down. So it's a very weird kind of thing that happens to a lot of people and isn't really spoken about enough. But you may see a lot of children underdressed, which is a very telltale sign of autism. If children pull off their clothes and go running around outside when it's cold, or running into the ocean, and you know the cold waves don't shock them, it's normally because they are autistic. And definitely from childhood, my mum would put me in these frilly dresses and shiny shoes. She would turn around and I've thrown my clothes into a bush and I'm like sprinting along with no clothes on. She's like, catch her and make her wear clothes again. But from a young age, I just could not cope with restrictive clothing, overheating and overstimulation. Christy says, good morning to you. And it's afternoon in the UK, 3:20 here on Wednesday. Scrolling your comments, trying to catch up. And Lucy says, veganism forever. Absolutely, Lucy. So amazing. Jerome sends hearts. And Shayna says, dear Tracy, any tips? My body is very loose and I'm 32 years old. So if that's looseness through hypermobility, then definitely helping to stabilize your body is very important. If you're talking about loose from loose skin, losing weight, then you can have skin tightening lasers. Through Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I actually have a lot of loose skin. I haven't lost a load of weight. I just have very stretchy skin as part of my tissue disorder. So you can have kind of needles that stimulate collagen and things within your body that helps to tighten your skin. Or you can have surgery to have loose skin removed. So it's a case of kind of, that's what I had on my eyelids, is my eyelids had very sort of puffy loose skin. They just pinch a bit away, snip it off and then stitch it back. So I had an eyelid reduction, it's called a blepharoplasty, maybe 3-4 years ago now, 5 years. And the skin on my eyes actually folds down over my eyes and makes it quite hard to see, which again is very typical for Ehlers-Danlos, that you end up being very squinty because everything is heavy and in the way. And so you can laser loose skin, you can have loose skin removed, and if you have loose joints, try to mobilize and stabilize them. So lots of gentle, slow movements that support all of the connective tissue, your tendons, your ligaments, your muscles, and low weights that you use in order to kind of build that support. So hopefully some of those things might be able to help you. Scrolling your comments, Yassi says, why are you shy in front of the camera? I've just been me. And somebody has said something in a foreign language that I can't read, unfortunately. Scrolling your comments to catch up, Shiva says, I love you. Thank you. And thank you all for joining me today, guys. My son is about to come home from school, so I'm going to have to whiz off and make some dinner. But I just wanted to hop on very briefly today, as always, around half hour in a live at a time, and wish you a very happy Wednesday. I'm afraid I will not be on live tomorrow as I am at a film premiere, but I will hopefully be back on Friday with a bit of luck. We shall see. And hopefully if you're around, you can catch me. At the top of this page, I have it pinned with my weekly times for going live. Lucy says, are you going to Vegan Camp Out this year? Yes, I am, Lucy. If you are there, come and say hi if you see me. I am very much looking forward to it. I absolutely love Vegan Camp Out. I have been for many years and love seeing how it grows year on year. Maru says, your face is so attractive. I can't take my eyes off of it. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. You will have to take your eyes off because I must go now. But thank you all for joining me. And I hope to see you on Friday. I will come back after this video has finished and check the comments where possible and do what I can to kind of read and reply, time dependent. But thank you so much for all of your love and support and for being here with me. I hope that I will catch you again live shortly, and you have a wonderful end to your Wednesday, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you all soon. Bye.